Our story begins in 1905, Cork, Ireland. Percy Fawcett, a skilled British soldier, proves his dominance by winning a high-stakes deer hunting contest. But despite his victory, the celebration that night carries a bitter sting. Surrounded by decorated officers, Percy stands out as the only soldier without a single military award. The reason? Not a lack of talent, but a tainted legacy. His father's history of drinking and gambling has cast a long shadow over Percy's career, proving that in this era, social reputation often weighed far heavier than actual competence. Determined to outrun his family's shadow, Percy's luck finally shifts in March 1906. He is summoned to London by the prestigious Royal Geographical Society. There, he meets the influential leader, Sir George Goldie. Percy knows this is no ordinary meeting. Sir George is famous for launching the world's most daring expeditions. For a man desperate to reclaim his name, this summons wasn't just a job, it was the first step toward a journey that would eventually change history. Sir George reveals a high-stakes mission to Percy. The Amazon of Bolivia remains a mysterious, unmapped territory. While the land is rich with valuable rubber trees, a border war between Bolivia and Brazil is brewing, and Britain has been called to intervene. Sir George offers Percy the job of mapping this no-man's land. Initially, Percy's hunger for fame makes him ask for a more prestigious mission, but he soon learns that this is no ordinary task. It's a death trap filled with extreme weather, lethal diseases, and hostile tribes. Despite the dangers, the promise of respect and a clean family name drives Percy to accept. When he returns home, his wife stands by him, knowing this is their only chance to secure a better future. Her words are heartbreaking yet supportive. He won't know you when you return, but you must go. It was a heavy price to pay, leaving his family behind to face the unknown, all for a legacy that could either make him a hero or swallow him whole. In April 1906, Percy begins his treacherous journey to the Amazon. On the ship, he meets his partner, Henry Costin. After a week of silence, Costin reveals he was testing Percy's resolve for the horrors ahead. Percy doesn't hold back, admitting that this mission is his only shot at redemption. This wasn't just a job, it was a desperate gamble to reclaim his family's honor. As Percy himself puts it, his entire reputation as a man rests solely on their success in this green hell. Soon, new orders arrive. They must map the Verde River, a disputed territory between Bolivia and Brazil buried deep within the suffocating jungle. By July 1906, the team reaches eastern Bolivia, a place no map has ever recorded. Their journey leads them to the remote Yucabina rubber plantation, where they encounter a young soldier named Manly. Standing on the edge of the unknown, Percy is about to realize that the Amazon doesn't just hide gold. It hides dangers that no military training could ever prepare him for. Despite a direct warning from the Border Commission to halt the mission due to war, Percy's obsession won't let him stop. He stubbornly orders Manly to send back a message. They are moving forward. But the jungle has its own rules. To get a guide, they are forced to deal with a ruthless plantation owner named Baron. His men deliver a chilling warning that still haunts the trail. Nobody ever comes back from up there. Ignoring the omens, Percy's team sets off on massive rafts, heading straight into the heart of darkness. The journey quickly turns into a nightmare. While navigating the river, they spot a mysterious German boat, but before they can react, a hail of arrows from native warriors rains down on them. One of Percy's men is struck and plunges into the water. Desperate to escape the ambush, the team leaps into the river, only to find a new horror beneath the surface. The water is teeming with deadly piranhas, and as they get tangled in a submerged net, Percy realizes that the Amazon is not just a forest, it's a living, breathing trap. Despite the horrors, Percy refuses to turn back. But the jungle is slowly breaking them. Manly is coughing up blood and Costin's hand is rotting from a brutal infection. When Percy asks the guide how much further, the answer is weeks of more agony. The guide whispers legends of an ancient city, older than England itself, hidden deep in the emerald shadows. Percy scoffs at the myths, perhaps afraid that believing in a city of gold would make him look like a fool to the world he left behind. That night, the weight of his choice finally crushes him. Too afraid to face his own guilt, he asks Costin to read a letter from his wife. He learns he has a new son, Brian, born while he was chasing shadows. Overwhelmed by regret, Percy burns the letter, a desperate act to erase his pain. But as their food runs out and madness begins to take hold of the team, the mission turns into a death march. They were no longer searching for a city, they were simply struggling to stay alive in a place that wanted them dead.